On this episode of This is America and the World, we continue our conversation with the Ambassador of the Republic of Haiti to the United States, Bocchit Edmond. The Ambassador's 30-year career of service to the government of Haiti includes head of Haiti's diplomatic mission in London, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Minister of Tourism and Creative Industries. I met with Ambassador Edmond at the Embassy of Haiti in Washington. Prime Minister Henry has reached out and asked for help.
Yes.
The Secretary General of the United Nations has called the situation a nightmarish situation. They're talking about some kind of an armed activity. What do you make of the request by the Prime Minister for outside intervention and help?
But to us, it is a way we want to make it a reality. The fact that we always say that the world is a global village. If your neighbor's house is under fire, is under flame, your first reaction would be to try to help and to put off the fire or to call 911 for the fire trucks to come over and try to help. This is the reality now. Haiti is a member of the International Committee. We are founding members of all those international organizations. Mm-hmm. Therefore, if we are facing such a challenging situation, we just don't see why not to call on the international friends, international partners for help. What Prime Minister Henry did, it is not something a call like to come and occupy the country. Mm-hmm. He's just seeking for international assistance. Or by having a kind of international robust force to work with the national police and operation, at the same time to get some training from those forces to our national police. Once they leave, our national police can be able to take over. We are not calling for a force or international interventions to do the job for the national police. We are calling for assistance to do it with the national police. So we just cannot sit idle, quietly, suffering that, and while gangs are almost taking over the capital. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Kids, as I said before, still cannot go back to school. If grandpa and grandma needs to get care to hospital, they cannot get access because roads are blocked. If someone who needs a dialysis cannot go and get it, because those are people who do have human rights. This is their rights as well to get the care they need. But when you get a situation where gangs are taking over, are blocking everywhere, and our national police have tried so many times, they failed, what you have to do is to call for international help.
So, Ambassador, is the international help showing up wearing camouflage or blue? What is the color of the uniform? Is it a military presence? Is it a police presence?
I think it should be both. It should be
both.
It should be combined. It should be a combined force. That where we can not only, as I said, would be helping in operations, but also would be sharing knowledge, would be sharing training. Mm-hmm. That's very important. I believe that's where we missed the target when we had the UN forces. Because one of the main
objectives... This was 10 years ago.
10 years ago. One of the main objectives was particularly to leave a real trained police. But unfortunately, that did not happen because our police, there was a lack of equipment, a lack of training, and this is one of the reasons the gangs are taking over so quickly.
So how many people do you think need come from the outside?
Not being an expert on security, I really...
Are we talking about hundreds or are we talking about thousands?
Well, I believe it could be that those experts will be able to determine that, but I strongly believe the situation we have now cannot be hundreds.
It cannot be hundreds.
Cannot be hundreds, because we're talking about the entire territory. So it's not only the capital city.
What's the population of Haiti right now?
I think I think it's globally 11 million.
11 million.
11 million and a half.
And of course, the capital is Port-au-Prince.
Yeah, the capital, we may have more than 3 million, the capital.
And we've traveled a bit around the country, a absolutely beautiful country, but the chaos and the violence stretches throughout the entire country. Huh?
Absolutely, absolutely, because the chaos and the gangs violence mainly all over the country. Because remember, the main objective is to kidnap and extort money from people, and this is the main objective. Therefore, they have to go everywhere.
Are the gangs, I don't want to use the word in the pocket, but are they associated with the politicians, with the businessmen, with the...
Yeah, I believe.
Haven't politicians used gangs in the past to suppress dissent?
Yeah, I believe in the past, probably there was some connections with some politicians and with some private, some business owners, because this is the situation. That's why I believe we need to have a very strong national police. Why? Because men are business owners. Whenever they want to protect their own businesses, they have sometimes to use the gangs or to use armed gangs. And those irregular armed people, they are gangs. So they are not national police. Therefore, once you start to use them, they will feel powerful because they are getting money from you, you are paying them. And once they are getting money, they are getting appetite, they will want to go and get more money.
And what is the role in this whole complex situation of the 5%, the very elite, the very wealthy? They're kind of in the mix too, aren't they?
Yeah, because some of them, or not to say most of them, sometimes are victimized as well, because the enterprise they have to close the enterprise, they have to move the enterprise to other countries. Some of them they are also victims of the situations. But we understand some of them are probably part of this financing gangs are doing as well. That could be the case. But we are not going to put all of them on the same basket. We know there are some very honest ones who do business very well and who pay their taxes to the government and so on. So we understand some of them may have some involvement, but I believe a lot of them are very honest people.
Let us take a little break, Mr. Ambassador. Talk to the folks at home. Tell them we're having a very, very important conversation with the ambassador who represents the Republic of Haiti here in the United States. Sit tight. We'll be right back. This is America and the World. This is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., 21st Century Citizenship, the Frank Islam and Debbie Dreisman Foundation, the Republic of Uzbekistan, the Sultanate of Oman, the Kingdom of Morocco, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotondaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, Uniting People Through Musical Diplomacy. Mr. Ambassador, I've read about the Montana Accord, and I've also read about something called the Haitian Bridge Alliance, a couple of groups who are trying to do positive things for Haiti. Tell us a little bit about the Montana Accord. How did it get that name anyway?
Yeah, the name, the Montana names come from the Hotel Montana. That's where they meet.
Yeah.
But let me talk to you about, I really don't know Haitian Alliance Bridges. I know Gerlin Joseph, who who's the founder of this group. I think this is a very important group. They've been doing some very good jobs, particularly with the Haitian migrants who arrive in the United States. The embassy has contact with this organization, and I commend them, particularly Galen, for the great work they are doing there. But when it comes to Montana Group, it's a political group, mainly former ministers, former officials, Haitian officials, political leaders. Montana names is from the Hotel Montana. That's where they meet, and those are fellow citizens who are trying to bring their contributions to the restoration of the Haiti we are looking for.
So you're inviting people to come in from the outside. Is that primarily the United States and Canada, the two leaders with this, and the United Nations?
But as we said, Prime Minister, and we sent a letter to Secretary General Guterres, because it's a United Nations. We are a founder member of the United Nations. But at the same time, we understand we do have two very important neighbors, the United States and Canada. And remember, those two countries, they have the largest diaspora of Haitian diaspora we have in those countries. So to some extent, they feel they have not only connections, they have a certain responsibility to help. We never mention any preference of countries, but what is important is to get the help we need, because as I said before, our national police is not well equipped. There's a lack of training, and we have armed forces that's really an embryonic phase because they're still getting training. They are not yet in a position to exert their capacity. So therefore, we believe it's very important to get that international help that can help us to quell the gangs, because that's the main important things. Because kids have to go back to school. The economy has to start working again, because now all private businesses are closing down. And there's a lot of unemployment now.
You have said, I picked up this quote in reading an article, that unless there is help from the outside, there will be another assassination.
Yeah. The reason I said that, because the gangs, the way they are so very aggressive. Not too long ago, 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
A well-known political leader was
Eric
Jean-Baptiste.
Was assassinated.
He was gunned down, not too far from his house.
And he was a former
He's
leader.
a former presidential candidate.
Yes.
Of a very well-known political party.
This is a few days ago.
4 days ago. So, all those things, when you are looking at them, you see how the gangs are getting more powerful, how they can kill people whenever they want. So I'm wondering why not? It could happen again. So
do you fear for the life of the Prime Minister?
Indeed, I fear for the life of all officials.
All officials?
Yes, even the Prime Minister, yes, because now we are facing a chaotic situation. Everything is possible. I know that the national police are doing the best to protect the Prime Minister, but those are things we need to keep in mind, because if a president, the most well-protected man in the country, people could have gone into his own private house and killed him. Sometimes you are wondering why not. There's nothing impossible could happen there.
Look at what happened here in the United States with the husband of the Speaker of the House.
You see? So therefore, it's very important to take actions and make sure that we protect those things.
There seems to be a great controversy within Haiti of people who want the outside intervention and don't want anybody coming in and telling us what to do.
I believe the main reason for that, it's the fact there is a lack of communications. It seems to me, to some extent, there is a lack of information from the government. And I believe they are doing something to trying to correct that. Because
You mean spreading the word about why it's a good thing?
Yeah, because the fact is, some people may think that it is an occupation. It is not an occupation. It is an international assistance. It is not going to be the first time a country asking for international assistance, and it's not going to be the last time. So Haiti, as I said before, is facing a challenging situation where well-armed gangs are taking all over the country. They are killing indiscriminately, and kids cannot go back to school. Hospitals are closed. Fuel cannot be distributed to the gas stations. This is a recipe for human catastrophe. Therefore, the international community has the responsibility to protect. And the Haitian government is asking that assistance to come and help us to restore law and order, because our force cannot. So they have tried so hard. Many police officers were killed, but the result is still insignificant. So that's why we are asking for international help. But it is not, once again, we are not asking for an occupation of our territory. It is different. Invasion or occupations are two different things. But what we are requesting is international assistance to help us quell down the gangs, and once law and order are restored, once our national police are better trained, and then that's when we can do the job ourselves.
So how long do you think an international force would have to be on the ground? Some months?
Yeah, I believe it should be some months, because we are not only asking the help to quell the gangs, but we need a very important thing to help the national police to stabilize the security situation and make sure, for instance, there is no way we can have elections and such environment. There has to be a more peaceful environment where every citizen will feel secured and they can go and exercise their right to vote. But with such situation, they are not coming out.
Two important questions. Number one, will Prime Minister Henry sit down with the Montana Accord people, the Haitian Alliance people, Bridge Alliance people, with maybe representatives from the United Nations or United States? Will everybody come around a table together? Will the Prime Minister commit to that?
First of all, let me clarify that. Haitian Alliance Bridge is not a political organization. It's a human rights organization.
Human rights, thank you.
It kind of that help people, and they're based in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But they do support the Montana, to what I understand. Prime Minister Henry has met with the Montana leadership many times.
Okay.
They've been having discussions many times, but I believe some of those discussions failed. But I know some contacts, some relations are still on. They are still talking. But we do hope soon they will come to a decision where a political agreement will be done. But Montana Group is not the only group in the country. There are many other political groups.
Okay.
Montana Group is a group that we have different people, as I mentioned before, but there are so many other political parties which are part of the discussions, which are part of the process. So do not think that Prime Minister only has to negotiate with Montana. Montana is one of them.
Is it a negotiation, or is it just a coming together to say, how do we solve this huge, chaotic, violent problem?
Yeah, but to come to that, they have to negotiate those terms. And how are we going to do that? How we are going to sit down? But I believe
So it's a negotiation within the country?
Yeah, absolutely. And with different political groups. Montana is not one. Montana is one of them. Probably Montana has benefited from more, more propaganda, more international recognition. That's the good thing for them. But they are not the only one. There are many political groups part of the process.
Very complex.
Very complex things.
So the international outside help comes in. They're here for a number here. I'm in the embassy of
Embassy,
Haiti,
yeah.
so
You're
I'm in
in the
Haiti.
Haitian territory.
I am
Indeed.
Haitian.
Indeed.
I'm here. So they're here for 6 months or so. They leave. Then what?
That's why we want to avoid.
But then what is important? Huh?
Yeah, that's why we need to avoid to repeat the same mistakes of the past.
Yes.
When we had the United Nations forces, the minister there, and that's one of the mission. It was it was first to stabilize the country and to make sure that they leave well-trained and equipped national police.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this is not the case. I think this time we need to be very clear. Not only we are asking for that international assistance, but we need to get a way where we can have more trained police officers, better equipped, and so they can take control gradually of the entire territory. Security, because that's the most important thing is security. Because once you have security, we'll be able to attract foreign and direct investment, more jobs will be created, less unemployment, and more people will be at work, and it will be less people will be trying to get the sea to get to the Florida shores. That is very important.
Ambassador, what do you see as your role?
My role is to work to strengthen the bilateral relations between the United States and Haiti, and mainly to make sure that we take advantage of the world's biggest market. I think I must tell you that right now we are full in negotiation trying to talk to the U.S. Congress to renew the HOPE help law, which was adopted by the U.S. Congress after the earthquake in 2010. HOPE help laws that created a kind of opportunities for everything that's produced in Haiti to be exported to the U.S. market free of duty. That's a big opportunity to be able to export to the world's biggest market. So that law will be expired in 25. Now we are trying to get the U.S. Congress to renew it for another 10 years. And so we can take advantage of that. For instance, having a trade relation where a lot of Haitian products will come here to the U.S. market, and so that can contribute to the national economy, that can contribute to create more jobs in Haiti, and people will be working, and I don't think they will be looking to get to the Florida shores by boat. Either they will better wait and stay in their countries, work, and get a wage living, and take care of their families and dignity. This is, I believe, what is very important to me, to make sure that we get to that point where Haiti and the United States will become two very important trade partners.
What can we do? What can we do?
I believe the Americans, the United States, what is very important to us is start looking at Haiti from a different lens. We are a good friend, we are a good partner, and we consider the United States as one of our biggest partners. I think once the United States start looking at Haiti from a different lens, they will be much better to help and to give more opportunities to Haiti, trade, to become a trade partner, and to strengthen our cultural bonds, and then to make sure that Haitians can come to the United States legally, but Haitians will be able to work at home, will be able to have the basics as every citizen in any country has. Because whenever you have a lack of opportunities, the neighbor closest to you who have more opportunities, they will always look at it to go and get them, because this is a human reaction. No one would love to stay in poverty when the prosperity is next door. So therefore, let us try to help Haiti to create more opportunities home, and particularly for the youth, because the workforce are there, youth, and they are plentiful. And we can be a good partner for the United States by giving us opportunities so we can, do what we want to do as human beings, as a nation.
Mr. Ambassador, we're at the end of our time. Thank you so much for an open, candid conversation. It's a delight to be with you. We hope to go back to Haiti at some point.
Absolutely.
Again.
You would be more than welcome to go back.
Thank you.
And thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you, Ambassador.
All right, pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For information about This is America in the World, visit our YouTube channel, This is America TV, visit our website, thisisamerica.net, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can listen to all of our ambassador interviews on our podcast, The Ambassador Series. It's available on our website and iTunes. This is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., 21st Century Citizenship, the Frank Islam and Debbie Dreisman Foundation, the Republic of Uzbekistan, the Sultanate of Oman, the Kingdom of Morocco, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotondaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy.